Welcome, aka Patters. Happy Monday, happy Martin Luther King Day. Cheers to you. Got some coffee. I've already been sitting down for about 90 minutes, working on a few other things, but mostly also working on the Sanely Mighty 7 prompt today, right here, right now. Prompt 8. That's why I got these little thumbnails here. Black costume, symbiote, Spider-Man, Venom, Spider-Man. We are working on that one. Now, previously, I mentioned that this prompt, this version might be a Michael Zeck version. I don't have any Michael Zeck comics I can throw down real quick. I also feel like Michael Zeck may not have a distinct enough style, especially with the black costume. The best way to emulate it would be to ape some of his poses and covers. Not really in the mood, not really even in the business of doing that. I don't like doing homages. But we also have a perfect grid here. We call this the Jack Kirby grid. 6 panels, 2x3. And yeah, but a little bit of the art direction this year is we're focusing on bigger images. We're just focusing on, kind of like just stuff for the eyeballs. And we're kind of working in a story and a narrative around all of that. So here, I think we're going to do something similar, but we're working on Mighty 7, so bear with me. We're doing some panel borders here. These pages, too, they really come to life once you throw in the borders. It gets very exciting. Just in the instant gratification of the comic book process. And that's a lot of the psychology of working on pages all the time. There is a addiction to the instant gratification. You feel like you are accomplishing something. You feel like you're making waves. You feel like you're moving the links, as they like to say in the NFL. Move that chain, which was, I think, the first person, player, professional that I heard that from was Brett Favre. They were just kind of commentating on one of his comments in the pregame interview. Could have been Sunday Night Football or Monday Night Football. And then we do have Blippi. Blippi is our reoccurring character in every single page. There will be a Blippi reveal in the final page or second to the last page. So, hey, thanks for hanging out. Thanks for joining me. We're targeting 40 minutes. The reason we target 40 minutes is because sometimes I need a breather on the level of getting some distance from the artwork. Like I need to kind of go over here, black out a little, and then come back. So, but before we can, the reason why we were rushing to get a level of progress on Mighty 7, and the progress has nothing to do with the coloring. It has everything to do with the pencils that are on the page. With no pencils, we're not going to leave impressions on the previous page when we press down. So, yeah, we try and keep it fresh, everyone. We try and keep it clean. We try and keep it accurate. But along the way, too, we always try. The objective here is to hang out and have some fun. And I don't know about any of you, but holy crap, what a NFL Sunday yesterday. Giants won. That was a big mic drop. Ravens should have won. Ravens were actually playing better than the Bengals. So it's going to be Bengals-Bills now. It's hard not to give that game to the Bills. Bills were just caught up in a storm. A lot of backup quarterbacks yesterday, this weekend too. I mean, technically, Geno Smith is like a veteran backup, like walk on. They almost beat another backup quarterback, Patty of the Niners. But then Ravens had to back up, almost won. Dolphins had to back up, competed. And maybe we're seeing a little bit of that shift in football where the scheming and the preparation, like builds around players and talent, but also as a just, like I said, as a coaching and scheming, your backups and what these guys are trained and prepared to do is down higher than the previous generation. Very interesting. So here we go. I think we got some good things happening here. So again, it's pencil, it's ink, it's erase, it's re-ink. That's where we are with this. We have to go through a phase of re-inking some of this to complete the line work, patch some of those gaps. And we're going to be working with two separate level highlights here. We're going to be working with red highlights from Laser Lord and just a fun yellow highlight, because I still want to try and do a splash effect. Like I kind of want these characters to be splashing onto the page. But yeah, we got good progress. Just kind of wanted for Roller Main here, voiced by Flea, by the way. I hope you guys track this down, by the way. I think you can buy on digital on Amazon Prime for, I think it's $5. And it's important. It's important to kind of, again, study. I don't want to call it a failure, but study these misfires and these, like kind of guaranteed calculations, these guaranteed products that just don't catch on. They don't become a thing. And then, their eventual collapse. I do feel like that's a part of comic book study, is knowing why the failures, or why the, not failures. I hate using that word. I would say why things go away, why things disappear, why things don't work. Because I think when you're a little bit smarter about your approach on what that means, I think you're able to receive the info on a different level. Like you're a little bit more critical of it. And the Stan Lee and the Stan Lee Media and the PAL Entertainment 1000% dictates that attitude. And I think it's well earned, because there, again, a lot of talent in these properties, in these attempts, a lot of smart people involved with quote unquote what could be a guarantee. And I'm loosely quoting someone there, loose. But yeah, we're just kind of working on some highlights here. And we will be going back into the inks, but we're going to do that probably off camera. I was just in the mood to work on this when we went live. And again, too, sometimes I just get excited, I get anxious, I just want things to form. I get so into it. So, and then here it's going to be kind of like red, like red, maybe. See, I can't go too crazy with splitting, because we didn't do great splitting Superman here. Like his red and his yellow highlight and his blue highlight. So we're a little bit on eggshells on truly doing double highlights here, just because of the size that we're working with. So, but here I just contradicted myself, because for Lady Lightning. And that's a big LOL inside joke there. Let's just kind of break that. So let's get into Black Costume Spider-Man. Just hang out. I'm going to grab some water because I do feel like I need it. Bear with me. We got so many things at this table too. We are infinitely battling table space. In a good way, though. Let's see. Sorry, people. We do have to monitor our cell phone. Getting a little bit warm. I got to take off my shirt too. Get out of here. Why are you trying to go? What a beautiful day in Philadelphia, too. But cheers. So this is a little bit of a vitamin blend and probiotic. I'm really big on probiotics, by the way. Like lemon water or anything to help with digestion. All right. Black Costume Spider-Man. Can't remember the last time I drew a Black Costume Spider-Man. I'm just going to Google Black Costume Spider-Man on my phone so you guys can, kind of follow along with my references, my chain of logic. You can kind of see Black Costume Spider-Man, right? More toys populate for Black Costume Spider-Man than comic book images. So there you go. Wow, what a great cover is this? Look at 291. Look at that cover. Holy crap. What an awesome cover. Well, that's what we're going to be kind of working on here. So, my instincts are telling me to put this guy right in the middle, right here. And I feel like we need to, we kind of need to give me a second here. We have to show off his torso, right? I mean, that's like a big key. Because again, his torso is really what makes him Black Costume Spider-Man. It's that big white spider on the chest. Right? That was a write-in, right? A fan created that. Got paid like $300. guess a little bit of that Joker line comes true from time to time. Like, if you're good at something, never do it for free. Which I think confuses people. You know, that's like true and false at the same time. Okay. Well, we got ourselves. I used to have, as a child, Marvel used to do these like cloth banners. And I actually had one of might have had like two of them. One of them might have been like, I want to say the Mike Zeck cover where Spider-Man's like coming up from the grave after being buried by Craven. Like, I almost want to say that one was a cloth banner, and then I had like a Secret Wars cover one, and I also had a Michael Zeck Punisher poster that was like Punisher #1 with, you know, like that airbrushed one. And there's so many things on that poster that I still incorporate in my artwork today. Artwork or illustration, you know, like a lot of these like little like Peter-isms come from that poster. But Michael Zeck's style, like, and you can kind of almost like chart the transition of, you know, like staring at Michael Zeck for hours, like on the weekends when you would wake up and, like, you know, you don't have to go to school and stuff like that. So you would just like spend this extra time, you know? But then the Image guys came along. And it was just like, what is, like, it's again like such a, if you look at Michael Zeck as like the staple of almost like what the house style should have been, like what the general look of the character should have been, and you subtract George Perez and you subtract John Byrne, like Michael Zeck's the one that is really the standout for good reason, like very good reason. And but like just being young, like the Image guys, being such a crazy high contrast, right? Like it's easy to kind of be like thinking you're in like a revolution, like you're in a future. Just the contrast between a Todd McFarlane and a Michael Zeck. And I believe Jim Lee, right? Was it Jim Lee that kind of got Michael Zeck a little bit involved with his with the Wildstorm books? I know Michael Zeck did, I think it was Silencer for Wildstorm Spotlight. So like he came, like those guys eventually got him some work, got him some cash flow. They didn't bring him the type of money when things were hot though that they did with other people. Yeah, but I thought Michael Zeck kind of potentially had health issues, and I may be incorrect on that. I thought he was going through a little bit of a bad spell in the 90s. But he's one that like proportion wise, like his proportions are some of the all-time greats proportions. Like even well-bodied heroes. Right, yeah, and you know what too? Like I have to remember that Black Costume Spider-Man shot webbing from the top of his hand. Right? Like he didn't shoot from under, he shot from over. And we're going to highlight this very similar to the 90s cartoon, which had those awesome pink and there's also awesome like bright blue highlights. see, like, I'm not really into so much. And this type of shading here is almost like an Angel Medina who, when he was off of Spawn, came back to Marvel and did a he did a run of a Black Costume Spider-Man story, and he's just like, he's so good with his like inner highlights, his like inner reflections for his muscles, that he should have been on that book for multiple years, and I feel like he only has like 6 issues. Really odd stuff sometimes. Because Angel Medina too. I mean, you can kind of say he, like one of the greatest licensed comics of all time when it comes to the Kiss Psycho Circus for McFarlane, and potentially the second greatest Spawn artist. You have Capullo, you have Medina, and then you got McFarlane. Don't like any of this. I also feel like, because the costume like slowly corrupts Spider-Man, it's almost like, and it kind of feeds, and like, again, like the strength of some of the movies, but like it feeds into his desires, his like deep inner desires, and I just feel like he would be a little bit bulkier in the black costume. Like he would be a little bit bigger, a little bit more aggressive looking, a little bit more angry. I really want to highlight him shooting from the top of his hand, even though the arm should be where I kind of sketched it earlier. He'll be a little discombobulated, and that's also a Spider-Man staple. I just heard a big bang. Give me a second, everyone. Let me check that out. Make sure other people are well. Yeah, we can. We'll go soon. All right, and we're back. And let's just make sure, right, we're not leaving any dangerous impressions. We're not. Good, good, good. It's like, it's kind of funny too, cause I like I don't like looking at the modern day stuff when it comes to like a reference. Oh, I think we're missing some of this. Not quite hitting.